The Great Miniaturization. We have collectively agreed on what a fairy looks like, a tiny, delicate creature with gossamer wings fluttering through flower gardens. It is an image that fits perfectly on a greeting card or in a child's bedroom, but the historical reality is far stranger. In medieval Europe, fairies did not have wings. They were human-sized, often mistaken for noble strangers, and they rode powerful horses through the darkness. These beings were formidable. They did not protect children. They abducted adults, pulled mortals into hidden, otherworldly courts, and enforced strict laws that were dangerous to misunderstand. Their nature was so unpredictable that most people were terrified to even speak their true name. Instead, communities relied on careful euphemisms. They were the good neighbors or the gentry, titles used not out of affection, but to avoid drawing the attention of powers that could easily destroy a harvest or household. Over centuries, we took this untamable force and systematically shrank it into a harmless decoration. To see how we turned a terrifying mystery into a toy, we have to look at the moment we began to fear the world less and control it more. This shift began on the Elizabethan stage. The Globe Theatre shows the physical space where playwrights like Shakespeare first began to experiment with fairy scale. By making fairies small enough to sleep in flower bells or use snail shells as armor, writers transformed them into a literary device. It was a way to zero in on the overlooked minute details of the landscape, turning the natural world into a manageable poetic scene. The process of domestication continued in 17th century French salons. Here, we clearly see the invention of the fairy godmother figure, designed for aristocratic audiences. These new salon fairies bore little resemblance to the wild beings of the woods. They were polite, social, judging figures expected to reward good manners and punish bad behavior, bringing the chaotic, unseen world into alignment with human social rules. This was the moment humanity began trading mystery for predictability and turning independent nature spirits into tools for social conditioning, ensuring that the unknown always served a clear human purpose. The addition of wings was a Victorian development, and it arrived precisely as the Industrial Revolution began destroying the actual natural landscape. As cities expanded and forests fell, the need for a safe, untouched version of nature became a psychological necessity. Attaching the wings of butterflies and dragonflies to these beings fully separated them from the human world and fixed them as nostalgic symbols of childhood, far removed from the smokestacks and gears of the industrial age. The 1917 Cottingley Fairy photographs are the ultimate manifestation of this desire. These dancing figures, with their paper-cut butterfly wings, show the Victorian archetype finally crossing over into what people believed was objective reality. In the wake of World War I, a grieving society desperately looked for evidence that the world was still magical. Even intellectuals like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle accepted these photographs as proof, eager to believe in a world small enough to be beautiful. Giving fairies wings did not make them more magical. It served as a defense mechanism, ensuring that the mysteries of the natural world could be kept at a distance, small enough to be admired, but too fragile to be taken seriously. This Western urge to categorize soon moved beyond Europe. Diverse global entities like Japanese kappa or Islamic jinn were forced into a single restrictive box labeled spirits. This classification imposes an assumption. Historically, a river was not simply an it. It could be an other than human person. In a relational world, neglect is a failure of kinship. But once the river is categorized as only water moving downhill, it stops being a relation and starts becoming a resource. Its value is reduced to whatever we can extract from it. Naming a presence is not harmless. Through categories, we strip the land of its personhood, redefining the earth as a collection of dead objects, clearing the moral path for industrial destruction, and leaving us isolated in a silent landscape. Someone can even experience a shift in perspective in a fast food drive-thru. You may not be standing in an ancient forest, but looking at a resilient patch of green grass and wildflowers pushing through cracked pavement. You may sense a presence there that held both joy for the living plants and a kind of wounded sadness for the human litter. Crucially, the sadness does not take away the joy. The life in the garden refused to let the damage around it become the whole truth of the place. It is a reminder that the unseen world does not wait for a location to be declared sacred or pristine before revealing itself. It gathers anywhere roots reach into the soil, even in the narrow strips of earth between pavement and commerce. Choosing to act with the care these beings demand, like picking up trash because a place feels worthy of kindness, changes our behavior regardless of what we can scientifically prove. The relationship begins with attention. When we give an ancient river or a parking lot weed that same quality of attention, we stop treating the world as a dead resource. We begin to hear a world that is already awake, and the silence of the modern landscape starts to break.
Thank you for watching. If something in this resonated with you, then you're already closer than you think. If you're ready to go deeper, there's a link below to my book, The Unseen World, a global guide to fairies, nature spirits, angels, guardian beings, and the hidden intelligences of myth and spirit. This isn't theory, it's a framework you can actually use. Tap the link below and step into it.